Have you ever wondered why China, a country thousands of miles away, is increasingly interested in the Indian Ocean? It's not just about the blue waters or the gentle waves. The Indian Ocean, you see, is a vital artery for global trade, a bustling highway for ships carrying goods from one corner of the world to another. More than that, it's a strategic playground for military navigation, a chessboard where nations move their pieces with calculated precision. And on this chessboard, China is making its moves, carving out a presence that's been raising more than a few eyebrows. To understand this, we need to take a step back and look at the chronology of events. Our story begins with a research ship, the Xiangyang 03, entering the Indian Ocean. This Chinese vessel, on the surface, appeared to be on a simple research mission. However, as it neared the Maldives, a chain of 26 atolls in the middle of the Indian Ocean, suspicions began to arise. India, a nation with a vested interest in the region's stability, raised concerns about the ship's true intent. The Xiangyang 03 was not merely floating aimlessly. It was involved in an activity that, while seemingly benign, has the potential to shift the balance of power in the region. It was mapping the seabed. This raised eyebrows as it could potentially aid the Chinese Navy's submarine operations, providing them with invaluable knowledge of the ocean floor's topography. The implications of such an endeavor are significant. Knowledge of the seabed's contours and depths is a critical factor in submarine warfare. It allows for stealthier movements, tactical positioning, and more efficient navigation, all of which could give the Chinese Navy a strategic advantage in this vast and critical waterway. Countries in the region, and indeed the world, watched with apprehension as the Xiangyang 03 continued its activities. The ship, initially seen as a harmless research vessel, was now considered a potential harbinger of a strategic shift in the region's balance of power. The Indian Ocean, long a crucial artery for global trade and a hotbed of geopolitical tension, was once again thrust into the spotlight. In response to these suspicions and potential threats, Sri Lanka cancelled the ship's planned port visit. This action was a clear signal of the region's unease and a testament to the power of geopolitical pressures. But the story doesn't end there. The ship's presence triggered a series of geopolitical reactions. The Indian Ocean's waters, it seems, are not only deep and vast but also steeped in complex and evolving geopolitical intrigue. As the Xiangyang 03 continued its operations, geopolitical tensions started to rise. The ship's presence near the Maldives during the DOSTI trilateral military exercises sparked suspicion and concern among the participating nations. India in particular expressed apprehension, fearing the research vessel was on a covert spy mission. The Indian authorities suspected that the Chinese ship was mapping the seabed, a move that could potentially aid the Chinese Navy's submarine operations in the Indian Ocean. Sri Lanka, another participant in the DOSTI exercises, shared India's concerns. The island nation cancelled the Xiangyang 03's planned port visit, a decision influenced by the protests from India. This cancellation was not just an act of solidarity with India, but a clear message to China, indicating that the nations of the Indian Ocean region would not tolerate any perceived threats to their territorial integrity and sovereignty. Meanwhile, the presence of Bangladesh as an observer during the military exercises added another layer to the geopolitical dynamics. While Bangladesh did not directly participate in the exercises, its role as an observer suggests its interest in the regional security matters. The involvement of Bangladesh, a country that traditionally maintains friendly relations with China, indicates that it is also keeping a close eye on China's activities in the region. These reactions from India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh reveal the growing apprehension about China's strategic moves in the Indian Ocean. The cancellation of the port visit, the conducting of military exercises, and the watchful eye of Bangladesh all serve as clear indications of the geopolitical unease that the presence of the Xiangyang 03 has stirred. These nations, it appears, are not willing to sit by idly while China makes strategic inroads in the Indian Ocean. These reactions underscore the growing apprehension about China's strategic moves in the Indian Ocean. Fast forward to today, and the situation has escalated with the conduct of military exercises. The Indian Ocean recently played host to a series of military exercises aptly named DOSTI, which translates to friendship. These exercises saw the active participation of India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka, with Bangladesh stepping in as an observer. What's interesting to note is that the exercises weren't just about strengthening defense ties, they also served as a strategic response to China's increasing presence in the region. Now you might be wondering, how did China fit into this equation? Well, amidst the camaraderie and the military drills, China's research ship, the Xiangyang 03, was present near the Maldives. However, it was restricted from conducting any research during the exercises. This move reflected the growing unease and suspicion among the participating nations about China's intentions and activities in the region. India in particular raised concerns about the ship's potential spy mission, suspecting it of mapping the seabed to aid the Chinese Navy's submarine operations in the Indian Ocean. This suspicion led to heightened tensions, with Sri Lanka even canceling the ship's planned port visit following Indian protests. These exercises, while seemingly routine, signify a larger narrative of strategic competition. Though wrapped in the guise of friendship and cooperation, these military drills paint a picture of an ongoing power struggle, with nations vying for dominance in the Indian Ocean region. So, what can we make of these strategic moves by China in the Indian Ocean? In the grand game of global chess, China has made a bold play with the introduction of its research ship, the Xiangyang 03. Suspected of mapping the seabed to potentially aid the Chinese Navy's submarine operations, this move has stirred ripples of concern among neighboring nations. The geopolitical reactions have been swift and decisive. India, Maldives, and Sri Lanka conducted trilateral military exercises named Dosti, with Bangladesh as an observer. These exercises served as a clear message of unity and strength in response to perceived encroachments. Yet, amidst the tension, the strategic maneuvers continue to unfold. Sri Lanka's cancellation of the Chinese ship's planned port visit following Indian protests underscores the complexity of these diplomatic relations. The implications of these developments are far-reaching. They not only dictate the immediate power dynamics but also paint a picture of the future, where the Indian Ocean may become a key battleground for influence and control. As we continue to observe these strategic moves, one thing is certain. The chessboard of global power is being rearranged, and the Indian Ocean is one of its key squares. Thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe to our channel for more insightful content.